like at least 3 times when I try to go live that it's failed to go live. So I'm very excited that we are finally live. And the only thing I forgot today, which held me up for like only a couple minutes, was I forgot my computer. So I could actually see chat and stuff. So I'm really excited for today's stream. As you can see, we're in a different area of the garage. This is normally what's behind me when I'm doing Twitch lessons over there on a ramp. But today, because we only need a box, we don't need that side. All I had to do was pull out my box today, and that was it. I feel very accomplished. But even though that was the only thing I had to do, I was still late to stream it. Can you sit? Good boy. If you don't know who this is Boo. So say hello to Boo. He is my puppy. His birthday is in August, and he is a year and whatever months old, about 3 or something. I don't know. You can do the math. But today, what we're going to be doing for stream is I'm going to do a roller skate lesson. And that roller skate lesson is going to be an intro to how to slide and grind on a box, ledge, or curb. My demonstration for you today is just going to be on this nice little box that I have. But if you have a ledge or even a waxed curb somewhere, you can kind of take what I say today and, take those tips over to whatever you decide to slide or grind on. So yeah, that's going to be the lesson today. And I just have to finish up writing down some notes for me so I can teach it. But other than that, yeah, that's all. I know it's Friday, which is a different day to be streaming normally. Fridays are normally for partying and fun. So, thanks for being here if you are here. I appreciate it. And I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Hopefully, we'll see how Boo does. Because I did give him some toys to play with and, an area to hang out in while we're doing stream. But we shall see. We shall see. All right, so we're going to start today with sliding first, and then we will do grinding. And as always, I'll let you know what pads I'm wearing and stuff like that. If you just give me like 1 second, I will finish up my notes. But tell me how you're doing today. I would love to know. Do you have any fun plans for this weekend? I am pretty much just working. I do deliveries now, which are pretty fun, but I do them pretty late. Like, I do them from like 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. But it's been a blast doing that. Go play with your strawberry. Go get your strawberry. I think he wants to be in the spotlight today because he was like all about, I got him this cute little strawberry toy. Here, I'll show it to you. It's kind of dirty right now, but this is a strawberry, and it's got a hole at the top that you can put treats in and whatnot, and he's supposed to just roll them around and get the treats out. See, he wants it, but he also wants to be in stream. Come on. All right, well, I think I have my notes almost ready. All right, well, first off, I'm going to be using these skates because I really like, so I don't love the sunlight plate very much. I'm still like testing it and feeling it out and stuff, but I love my Brunny blocks and I love my wet trucks paired together. So I'm going to start with my newer Jack 1 setup, but if I have any issues, then I'll probably go to my older setup that has a disco block and hug trucks on it, because I'm just more used to that. But we shall see how that goes. As always with skating, you should wear whatever you feel most comfortable wearing and whatever you feel will protect you. All your gear will totally protect you, but you know what I'm going to choose to wear today are my knee pads. I am actually going to wear my helmet as well, and then I am going to put on wrist guards. My wrists are fragile, and also if for like slides and grinds, I always try to wear wrist guards if I'm doing new things. I haven't been doing a lot of grinds lately, so I'm just gonna put my wrist guards on anyways. My favorite wrist guards are these by 888. Let me just show you what they look like. You see them? Here they are. They are my favorite, and they just have this really big point of hit. I don't know what you would call that. Point of contact, I guess. That's really nice for when you fall. While I wouldn't recommend, you know, these if you really like doing handstands or like, you know, tricks with your hands though. Mostly just for street, I would wear these. All right, so let's get our skates on. Boo might make a couple appearances. Hi. Do you have anything fun going on this weekend for y'all? I think I already said what I was doing. I'm pretty much just working. I don't have too many plans this weekend, particularly. You checking in on me? Go get your strawberry. Go get it. Go get it. You can't just stand in front of stream. Go get your strawberry. I realized once he got that new toy, and the amount of times that I just say strawberry, it's become like my new favorite word. You would think that I wouldn't like saying strawberry because of how many more times I have to say it, but I like it. I don't know. Strawberry. Strawberry. There's very many cute ways that you can say it too. Hopefully we paint the back wall in the garage something cuter than white. And also, like, finish it. Whoever was in this house last did not finish it. It looked like they were so close too. What the heck? Oh, hello. How's it going? If you don't know, we have very cute emotes that you can use, as well as new channel point redemptions if you want to give Boo a treat or show a pet. Although Boo is freely showing himself today, then you totally can. Do you know I'm streaming? Is that why you're hanging out over here so much? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get your paw? Yeah, come here. Hugs. Oh, big hugs. Big hugs. If you don't know what my roller skate setup is that I'm currently wearing right now, by the way, we've got on a Kaya toe stop, roller stuff toe cap, Moxie Jack 1 in pull blue boot, Sugar Boardwalk lavender laces, wet trucks, which are available at Moxie, Moxie Fun Day wheels in lavender, a Brenny hardcore slide block in blue / turquoise. It's kind of like seems like it's got a little green in it. And then we're also wearing the Moxie mixtape bearings, which are purple on one side and they say turquoise, but more green on the other. Alright, we'll put the helmet on because that's pretty easy to put on. Boop. Yeah! Also, if you are nervous about falling or anything like that, you can always put your obstacles closer to a wall if you don't have a friend to hold your hand. And so if you fall, you can like push yourself off the wall or, put weight on the wall, etc. And that's sometimes helpful as well. So I have my box pretty close to the wall, but that's also just because I needed space. So. He's so interested in what's going on right now. Normally he just sits on the couch, but the couch is kind of blocked right now. Alright. This is actually a Boo live. This live is all about Boo. Boo is just gonna stand here and entertain y'all for the next hour. Isn't that right? Yeah. Yeah! Okay, let's make sure I don't get cut off on the screen. I do a little bit. Okay, we'll push y'all back just a tad so you can get a better view. Oops. We'll move the computer. This is so I can see chat, but no one's chatting right now. Which is fine. I love my lurkers. I love my lurkers. Okay, so we're going to start with sliding first. Come on. Come over here. Sit. Sit. Hey, sir. Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. So we're going to start with sliding first. Now, you're going to want to get your box. I feel like you can barely just see me from this angle. Let's see. I need to get like a bigger stand at some point, for sure. Okay, well, we'll just have to make do. Hello, thanks for coming to this lesson. If you're here, I appreciate you. Okay, so first off, whenever you go to any obstacle at the skate park or even at your own home, unless you know what state it was left in, then that's great. But if you don't know, I always like to just go up to it and, put my slide block against it, put my trucks against it, just to feel if there's, if it's too slippery, if it's wax, if it needs wax, if, there's any resistance. Just get a feel for what it's like that day, because every single time you hit an obstacle, it's not always going to be the same necessarily, especially if it's at the skate park. Come on. Sit. Lay down. Good boy. Good boy. So that's step number one. So do that. And with sliding, we always take steps before doing the actual sliding portion. So I never want you to just go up to like a box or a ledge or whatever and just throw yourself, unless that's something that you want to do and you want to figure it out that way. But there's always little steps that you can do before doing that. So when we are sliding on a box, the first thing that I want you to do is to step on it and just get a feel for like the correct positioning of your body that you want to be in when you do a slide. Normally, that's about hip distance apart, your knees are bent a little bit, or your hips are over the ledge, because that's what's going to keep you on a lot longer. The squat and the stabilization, as well as your body weight being in line or a little bit over the ledge. Now, I'll show you what that looks like, of course. We'll actually turn the box this way for a quick second. Whoop. Awesome. So, when I'm sliding on a ledge, you can see that I'm kind of squatted with my butt. Like that. And if you're standing up a little bit taller, you might, these slide blocks that I have on are like so slick on everything. You might have your hips up, but then your weight is going to be more in your heels, because if you stand up and put your weight on your toes, you're going to be having resistance with the wheels and the top of the box or ledge or whatever. So even if you're sitting up straight or you're squatted low, you want to more keep your heels having more of that weight. That, or you want to approach it instead of on top, kind of more at an angle where, your block is here instead of up here. Because it can look like your foot is on top and maybe making contact, but with more weight into the heels, nothing is like putting pressure on the top. So, what we're going to do when we practice getting to sliding in general is we just want to step on it. We want to step on with our dominant foot first, because normally if your dominant foot is right, you're sliding to the right. If your dominant foot is left, you're really sliding to the left. So we would be sliding to the right, therefore, if anything, whether we jump with 2 feet or we jump with 1, our right foot is going to be making contact first. So what I want you to do is, have a lot of bend in your knees and just put one foot up first and then the other. And you're going to do a balancing act of putting your weight into this leg and then your weight into the other leg, and then finding a nice squat and spot while you're on the box. Now this isn't exactly what's going to be your position when you're sliding, because like I said, you don't want to be fully on, but this is just to get used to the box. You can jump off, you can step off, whatever feels comfortable for you. Now, with that being said, if this was like a smaller box or ledge or whatever, you could possibly jump over it if you wanted to, or 180 or whatever you feel most comfortable doing. Like, you don't have to just jump like this. If it's more comfortable for you to 180 or even, go off the other way, like if you're near the edge and you know that you'll slide and possibly go off forward instead of backwards, you can totally try doing that too. It all just depends on you and what feels most comfortable. So yeah, we'll just practice that a couple times. Make sure that your weight is in your dominant foot and you bend your knee. And when you put your next leg up, you want to balance your weight out there, and then sit a little bit more in your heels, get a nice bend in your knees, and yeah, just try to feel out what position is comfortable for you, because that's the position you're going to want to get into when you start doing your slide. Now, the second thing that you want to do, instead of just stepping up, also, if you don't have someone, to hold your hand again, put the box up against the wall, and you can, put your hands up against the wall as you're stepping onto the box too. If you have someone who can hold your hand, they're awesome. Give them a great hug, because friends or partners who help you out to learn stuff are amazing. But there are many ways to kind of get like the sense of help without necessarily having a person there. Even just it being here, I can put my hand on the wall, kind of feel it out, step back down. So you are worthy of having whatever aid you need. Now next, instead of just stepping on, we're going to do a little roll and kind of hop on. So you don't have to put the roll into there if you don't want to. But, you know, I guess before that you can just hop on instead of do the roll. I was just thinking here and then hop on, but I'm skipping a step. So now we're just going to hop on. And with hopping on, you want to really try hopping on with both of your feet, because both feet making contact at the same time is going to ensure that you're a little bit more balanced than possibly one foot and then maybe you slip or whatever ends up happening. So really, you want to just make sure that you hop on with both. And if you haven't seen it, I have a how to jump /air video, I believe on Twitch. If it's not on Twitch, then hopefully it's on YouTube. If it's not there, then hopefully we'll get it on there soon. But you just want to make sure you're jumping with flat feet instead of pointed feet, because if you do pointed, you might get stuck somewhere. But if you do flat feet, they're going to cut up and immediately on top. Just make sure when you're getting close, flat feet. So now we're going to jump. You want to make sure your body is in that position that you found that was comfortable while you were stepping up onto the ledge. We're going to jump right into that position. Now, obviously sliding and adding speed to things is going to make like your body position a little bit different. You might not be sitting all the way on top. Again, you could be a little bit more angled, and that's totally okay, but we got to just, you know, get comfy to getting to that point. So now we're going to jump. I would like to still have my lead foot just a little bit out. And also, I don't really approach like boxes this way. I normally approach them this way anyways. So we're just gonna, and the more and more that you practice, I want you to try to stay on top longer. So that way you know that you are comfortable in that position. So when you get to the slide, you're gonna feel confident being in that position as well. So the longer that you can kind of stay on top in your position, the better. And just feel out what's happening. Like sometimes I'll hop here, and because I'm a bit more diagonal, I'm basically pushing myself right back off. That's totally okay. Just again, find things like if you're not staying on too long, maybe record yourself or figure out what exactly is happening and just slightly adjust when you're practicing. Give me 1 second. Now, I would say, like, before you move on to the next step, maybe practice things like 10, 20 times. I'm not going to do it 20 times for you today, but, you know, do as many as you think that are helpful. The other thing as well is that when you are jumping from all the way out here is going to be a lot harder because you're jumping to it instead of on top of it. The closer that you can get, the better. And again, you can even get this close. As long as your knees are coming straight up instead of going forward, you're not going to hit that box. So as close as you feel you can get, hop on and hop off. How are we feeling? Are you practicing along with me as well? What's going on? If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Yeah, so now keep doing that. Again, you might jump like this. You might jump all the way on top. Just really make sure you've got a nice bend in your knees and that you're putting more weight into your heels. Because while I do want you to be comfortable, you know, jumping onto the box in general, that's kind of more the first step where we were stepping on. The next step of jumping, I want you to be comfortable really getting on there and then, you know, coming back off. Because having a confident jump on is going to be really important when we're doing the slide portion. Oh, hello! Swan Pen, thanks sheet, yep. I gotta bring my computer closer so I can see chat. I just got my slide box, so this is also helpful for me. Yay! I love it. Love to hear it. I hope that y'all are having a great day today. Thanks for being here. Cool, so now the next step from that is what I would encourage you to do is jump with a slight roll. Now the roll is still going to be going forwards, while in actuality when I approach ledges, I like to go this way. Because then you can get really close, literally like this close, to the ledge, to the box or whatever, and then you can hop on versus, you know, coming this way, and also your momentum's going down the rail versus coming this way, you're basically making a 90-degree or like a carve. You have to, you know, go forwards and then carve into it. And there's, you know, this approach is just a little bit easier. So now, what I would encourage you to do, and a lot of these steps can be like interchangeable, like they don't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can go kind of like, you know, obviously the first couple go in that order, but like these steps you can kind of do in whatever order you'd like. So if you want to get comfortable hopping on in general, what I would encourage you to do, hopping on with speed, is roll a little bit and then hopping on. So with that, I just had too much of my weight forward, so I ended up going forward on the box. Nice. And that one was great too because you can kind of see that my wheels are hovering, which I know it's kind of hard to see because they're so far away. But let me just show you all of these steps a little bit closer so you can kind of see. Oh, Boo wants to get in the shot now. So just so you can kind of see like what my feet are doing, I'm gonna bring you closer. Boo, come here. Lay down, come here. Lay down. Thank you, you're being so good. We need a Boo emote. Lay down. Good boy. All right, so. Lay down. Thank you. All right, so up close and personal. Hi, Val. I want to show you what's going on. So I'll do all the steps that I was talking about up closer so you can see more of my feet. So again, you can hop on a little more like this. You're not going to be able to stay on very long. So you really want to adjust like, you know, an in-between from this to this. Like, and again, it just depends on speed. If you have tons of speed and you can slide literally like this, awesome. Just depends on you, just depends on how you approach stuff. If you're gonna be more on top, like this, you just wanna put more weight into your heels. So you can kind of see like, here's all my weight. You can see that my wheels are making contact. Here's weight in my heel. You can see I'm freely able to move. So all these steps again. So we're gonna step with our lead foot. Just trying to find that nice position. Sorry y'all, I gotta plug my computer in so I can see chat. There might be a cord in the background. Oh my God. Anyways, just don't pay attention to the cord for now, okay? Anyways, so stepping on, trying to find, you know, your hip distance position, what feels comfortable for you, focusing on bending those knees, putting weight in your heels, etc., etc. The cord in the back is freaking hilarious. Oh well, it's fine, it's fine. I shouldn't be a perfectionist about it. Anyways, again, stepping on, once you feel like, you know, you found that sweet spot, now you want to hop on with 2 feet. right? And again, these can be interchangeable. Now, from there, we're gonna hop with a little bit of speed. So we're gonna roll, try to get into that same position, really putting weight more in our heels. And those are kind of the 3 steps. And now, the next couple of steps are going to aid you into actually getting your slide. So, whether you're approaching it forward, if you do approach it forward, I would encourage you to approach it by kind of carving like this and making a carve as you do your entrance. So instead of just going straight, hop on, I want you to just carve into it a little bit. So you can't really see because we're up close, which I'll bring myself a little farther back for you. But the other approach, you can choose whichever makes you feel most comfortable. It's going to be down like this. So you choose which one feels most comfortable for you. But if you're going to approach it this way, more into like grinding stance, then what I want you to do is practice jumping like this into your stance and position. So because we were practicing like this the whole time, now you just got to change it up like this. And the great thing about approaching this way too is you can really have both of your feet be like this, like literally as close to the box. You don't have to worry about them being far apart like this. So when you're approaching it this way, the in-between step is to, whoops, my left foot was a little bit off center here, but you want to just practice jumping into a 180 into your slide position. So again, we're talking about sliding right now still, but a lot of this also applies to grinding, which when we get to the grinding portion, I'll probably just kind of like quickly go over everything. And then again, versus going like this, which you can now use any of your rolls super slowly. You don't have to go super fast, especially depending on what your, slide block, truck, or whatever combo is like. For me, this is really slick already. Like, I don't even have wax on this or anything. So I don't need a lot of speed, but just adjust, come closer, go farther, whatever you feel you're most comfortable doing. But you're now just going to do baby slides at this point. So after practicing, if your approach is going to be this way, which I encourage going this way, because when you hop and bring your feet up, you're not touching anything, which is also a great approach for rails too, because you're, not going like this and accidentally hitting your toe underneath the rail. So when you're sideways, just get comfortable with rolling a little into your stance. And when you're comfortable, bringing it up, now you want to start practicing your actual slide. So this approach is obviously coming from the side or alongside the box. And I don't have, the box is not that long. So, I'm not trying to zoom myself into the wall, but and then if you're coming from an approach that is forward, again, just carve into it. So you can't really see again because we're kind of on the side, but I'm going to move the box, I'm going to move you, and I'll show you all of this again, from a different angle. So I'll bring you up. We'll move the box. I'm going to show you forward facing first, so that way you don't just see my ass the whole time. I think this should be good. sure everything is even. The computer cord is just so funny to me. I should have brought an extension cord that had 2 plugs for my studio light and the computer cord, but I didn't do that. Okay. We'll unplug this, just because it might be a safety hazard for now. Okay, so, like I was saying, the approach where you go next to it looks like this. You're going alongside it. Versus coming up to it, which I don't have a lot of space, but you're going straight and then kind of curving into it. So think as if you were doing like a slide, you're kind of curving into it. You're gonna come up, and when you like start jumping, you're gonna just turn your hips kind of like, because you don't necessarily turn your feet, it's just kind of like the way that you're jumping, you're kind of moving your hips. So, in general, the first day I tried to slide on a box ledge, I accidentally gave myself a big bruise on my thigh. My skate slid out from under me. Oh my gosh, that's why I super encourage like jumping with both feet and jumping hip distance. Because if you do it any lower, like this, you know, either way that you slide, you might accidentally slip. Or if you do one and then the other, this foot could go flying and the other, you know, is trying to hop on that you fall over. But I've done that too. I have a lot of bails from boxes, rails, and just like trying to do tricks in general. So it totally happens. Okay, so front forward facing, I wanted to show you, of course, when you're approaching it this way, just jumping on it, like turning your body. You can put your feet however feels comfortable, so they can still be hip distance if you want. They can be literally one in front of the other. Just depends on you and how close you want to be to the box. I like to choose to put my feet kind of like this, not so much like this, but just like this. So when you're practicing the 180, and I would also encourage you to jump off the same way that you hopped on. So if we're going this way, jump on, hop off this way so your momentum rolls you out. If you are going forward, you can jump on. You can even still hop out sideways, but you can also hop off backwards if you want as well. So again, practicing that. Awesome. And then, you know, practicing going forwards. If you're adding the roll, you're going to do the slight carve. So instead of hopping on straight, if you're doing the carve, you should be hopping a little bit to the right or to the left of where you're originally hopping on. So now we would just add more of a roll. I'm not really going like super speedy or anything. Phew. There's not a lot of space here. So that's that approach. And then, again, I don't really have a lot of room here. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to scoot the box up. I'll show you kind of the approach. Oh, hi! Come lay down, come on. Thank you. Thanks for checking in on me, though. Thanks for checking in on me. You lay down. Lay down. Good boy, good boy. Stay there. All right, so now, kind of the carve, you might see it here, hopefully, as we're approaching this way, but then we kind of, like it's not so much a carve, but we essentially just like jump to the right or to the left of where we're originally approaching from. So instead of going straight and hopping this way, right, because all of our momentum is just gonna go straight, we gotta put our momentum, sorry, you're getting some butt shots here. Go lay down. Come on, go lay Boo, lay down. Thank you. We'll take an intermission before grinds, I promise, and you can be the star of the show. We need to send that momentum to the right. So we're going forward and then to the right. Which I personally don't do slides or grinds this way. And if you do them that way, more speed is definitely helpful because you're basically you're taking your momentum straight to going to the right, which is kind of difficult. You're doing like a 90 degree. And you can even widen out that carve as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be forward to here. You can kind of widen it out and make it more of like a hill almost. So you can come from like here, and go instead of straight. But just play with it. Woo! And, you'll find what feels right for you. Any questions? Come here. You can be star of the show now. Hi. Hello. Did you miss me even though I was literally right in front of you? Now he's okay with playing with his toys because I gave him a hug. Do y'all have any questions? Or, oh, hi. You're back. Hello. Did you find anything helpful? Is there something that's not clicking for you that maybe I can help you out with? Just let me know. I'd be happy to help. Also, I don't know if Boo's understanding that this is a trick, but he knows how to shake with both of his paws. So, I'm trying to teach him how to dance. So, this is what we do. All right. Shake. 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 Other hand. You're doing so good. Can you sit? Oh, okay. You want some love? Oh, I'll give you some love. Oh, you're such a good boy. Thank you. All right. Let's show the people the trick. Sit. You can't be this close to me. Come here. Sit. Good boy. Shake. With your other hand, shake. Dance. Sometimes he does it really well. Sometimes he stands up too, which is great. Oh, hi. You want to do it standing up now? Can you sit? Good boy. Shake. Come on, shake. Sit. Shake. Other hand, shake. Dance. Yeah. I don't think he'll stand up today, but that's okay. Midsummer meteorite. Just popped on, but no questions so far. These tricks are amazing too. Thanks for popping on and hanging out. I appreciate you. We love to see new faces, new usernames. It's not so much faces. But thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Every view. Why are you biting me? Did I do something wrong? Oh my gosh. Every view is super helpful. Even if you're just lurking, you can do !lurk and it lets me know you're lurking in chat. And that you are here, but you're lurking. So I appreciate you so much. Boo does as well. Also, your subscriptions go to help me literally just pay for treats for Boo. So that is what I've been using my Twitch monies for so far. Why are you biting me? What did I ever do to you? I just gave you love. Are you mad I made you show off a trick that you're still learning? Oh my gosh. All right, so next up is grinds, which a lot of what I've said is pretty much very similar to grinds. It just kind of depends on the grind that you're doing. Sir, what is this madness? I don't appreciate this. I don't appreciate this. All right, it's my show now. It's my show. Thank you. No, thank you. So great to know. I keep missing streams, so I'm glad I was able to catch this one. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I know my schedule's not always like consistent. We try to do Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays, but I just wasn't feeling I wasn't feeling it yesterday. I had some stuff come up, and then Tuesdays normally are skate lessons, but sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to commit to skate lessons. Especially when you're like, what should I do this week? I don't even know. Sir, why? I feel like he knows what he's doing, for sure. Well, either way, I appreciate you coming here. And feel free to let me know your name and pronouns. Otherwise, happy to just address you by your username. But yeah, we love seeing y'all here, and love to hear that, you know, these streams are also helpful. So I love teaching them. Okay, I'm gonna do grinds now. Will you let me do that? Yeah? This is, like, if you want to know what Boo is, this is the Boo's personality. He just hangs. He just is here, which is great, and I love that, because anytime I love him or want to love him, I can just pull him close, and he is there for me. But, like, it's sometimes inconvenient when you're doing things, because you'll be, like, cleaning or, like, putting something away, and he's there, and, like, you turn around, and he's there. Like, the amount of times I've tripped over him are too many. And, like, he doesn't even care. You trip, and he's just like, oh, that's unfortunate. Like, literally just, like, looks at you. It is so funny. Mwah! We got a nice walk today, too, huh? Yeah, we did. All right, we got to finish up grind so we can play video games. Oh, my sweet boy. I love him so much. I also appreciate how like better he's doing every time I do these streams. Oh, thank you. Come on, let's go lay down. We're almost done. We're almost done with garage sesh. Lay down. Come on, lay down. Thank you. Zara, am I saying that right? We're going to play Stardew Valley tonight, and possibly a little bit of Overwatch as well. Because our blueberries, we need blueberries and melons for the community center, and literally as I was hopping off the next day, they were ready to harvest. So we're gonna do some community center stuff and then try to get more hearts up with Sebastian, Sam, Abigail, just romance the whole town, you know? All right, come on. Lay down. Good boy, stay. All right, part 2, grinding. Grinding. So, with grinding, you really do want to approach it this way, because all of your grinds are going to be primarily going down the ledge. Come on, lay down. Thank you. I don't know what makes him be like, I need to get up. You're doing so great though, thank you. So you really do want to approach it more down the line. If you're right, well, I mean, there are a lot of grinds where you can do them this way, and you can also do them this way. But it just kind of depends on whether your left foot is forward or your right foot is forward. Yes? Lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Just coming through for the pets. Just circling through for the pets. Go. Oh my gosh. Do we need more love? It's all right. The lesson can wait. We can give you more love. We can give you more love. That's okay. Oh. We should do a Twitch stream called the Boo Twitch stream, and it's just Boo is live for however many hours. It's just all focused on whatever Boo wants to do. You want to show us your trick? Come up here. Come up here. Yeah! Nice. Oh yeah. Box jump. Oh yeah. Here you go, potty. No? It's just been too long since you've been loved, isn't it? A good 10 minutes. Come on. Lay down. Lay down. Come on, lay down. Good boy. Lay down. Come on, lay down. Down. You're so close to down. There you go. Good boy. Stay. All right. Sir, I don't want to put you in your kennel. I want you to be here with me, but you have to, like, not be right in the front. Come here. Sit. Over here. Come here. He just doesn't want to sit where I want him to sit now. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Stay. All right. Step one. Now you always want to get comfortable with the ledge, obviously, like we had already done before. So stepping up and jumping up is going to be super duper important. Just like that. Just like that, actually. This is too funny. I feel like you're not going to like it when I jump on this. Look. See? You're going to be mad at me because you didn't like that. Oh no. Oh no. Everything's going. The computer needs to be plugged in. Boo's antsy. I don't know what the proper word there is. Alright, well we gotta plug the computer back in. So the ugly cord is over here yet again. Alright. Anyway, so you get it, right? All the steps that I told you about sliding help and apply here. What's just going to be most important is that you come along the side of the ledge when you're approaching it. If you are doing like a down ledge, then like approaching it straight is not too bad of a thing because you can hop on and that momentum can always take you down. But normally speed is really going to be your friend when you're trying to do ledges because you don't want to get stuck anywhere. And whether it's metal or possibly concrete, there can be holes in it. And that's not fun if you hit one of those. So, come on, Boo. Lay down. All right. So I'm right for dominant. So a lot of things I like doing, I like going to the right. So if I'm doing something this way, I'm going to be approaching it this way and hopping on. If I'm doing something this way, I would be approaching it this way and hopping on. And my right foot normally is going to be in front. So a lot of I don't want to say basic grinds, but a lot of intro grinds. Come on. Lay down. Don't make me use my deeper voice. Lay down. I don't like using my deeper voice because then I sound angry and not happy. Stay. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so a lot of standard grinds, which I'll push this up a little bit. Are going to be 50-50, box, lay down, lay down, lay down. Thank you, thank you. Sometimes if he's going in the wrong direction, I have to point his face where where like I want him to go, and then he'll start going that way, because he started going this way, and I was like, no, that way. Are you protesting? What's happening right now? I don't understand. There's just going to be filler for like 15 minutes of Boo protesting in the middle of my lesson. Do you want some roller skates? Are you upset you don't have roller skates? What's up? Okay. Okay, sir. Let's see, maybe he needs to go to the bathroom. I'm going to try this really quickly, and we shall see. Go potty. Go potty. All right. He really is trying to steal my spotlight. Come here. Come here. Come here. How about this? How about I bring the bed over here, a little closer. Lay down. Come here. Lay down. Boo, come here. Lay down. Lay down. Sit. Sit. Lay down. Down. Oh, he's not listening at all anymore. I literally just have this last part to do. Okay. Anyways, the grinding portion wasn't going to be very long anyways. So, let me just show you what some tricks are. Some basic ones to do. I really like one-footed tricks. So you just put one foot on the coping, pretty much. So that can be like a one-footed grind, or even like a one-footed backside slide, or even a one-footed frontside slide. So you can start with that. If you have a really good dominant foot, you can always work with one leg because you can step into it, and you can also hop into it, pretty easy without like commitment. Come on, lay down. Come on. Okay, I think I'm gonna put him in this kennel really quickly because I want to just finish this portion of the lesson. All right, BRB, y'all. Come on. Okay, we're back. Boo is now in his kennel with some treats, and it shouldn't be too long. So, would you recommend starting one-footed grinds with your lead or trail foot? Definitely want to try this out, but I can never tell which one is technically my dominant. Yeah, so I would definitely start out grinds with your lead foot, but also, literally like everything is a trick, especially in blading at least. So if you do like, I don't know trick names all the way, but if you do a trick like this, and then you come around and do it like this, those are two different tricks. And now your right foot, whoops, is obviously leading both ways, but those are two different tricks. And then if you do it with your non-dominant foot, with your left being the one there, right, and then opposite again, this way, like those are also two different tricks. So with grinds, I think you have an opportunity to use both of your feet, but I would always try tricks with your dominant first, just because that one's gonna feel more comfortable, and you'll probably end up landing stuff a lot smoother because that foot knows what it's doing most of the time. But it kind of just depends, because even with tricks, like if you do one-footed tricks like this, and then, well, not one-footed tricks, sorry, but tricks where your lead is still the right foot, but it's in the back, and you have a lot of like weight on the left foot or your non-dominant foot doing the second portion of the trick. Like to me, that still is right foot dominant, just because all my weight is actually in this back foot regardless. So it's not like I'm putting both of my weight here. I mean, you totally could be, but like when you're doing tricks like this, for me, all my weight is still in my right foot. So really it's just dependent on you and like the type of tricks you want to do and stuff like that. And there's also no right or wrong way with a lot of grinds, because again, people like, for some certain tricks, you could love having your non-dominant foot in the front and that one actually holding a lot of weight. So I think it's just practice and figuring out like what tricks you feel comfortable in which ways. But I would always start out for sure doing a lot of like grinds in general with your lead foot in front, because it's gonna feel more comfortable. So one-footed grind is where you just have one foot on the ledge. And with this, you can still approach it. If you're going this way, you can still approach it this way. And if you're going this way, again, you can still approach it this way. Again, going left or right, having that dominant foot being inside or outside is still a different trick. I don't know what those trick names are. If you do know what they are, feel free to throw them in the chat. But when I do these, I kind of just do like a transfer. So I come back here, and whoops, I didn't really grind, but I'm taking all my weight and I'm putting it on my left foot and bringing my left leg up, and then I'm jumping back down and kind of putting all my weight kind of on this left foot until my right foot also comes down all the way as well. So now you want to aim for both of your feet coming down at the same time, but if they don't, my left foot always has me for sure. So let's actually try to get a grind here. There we go. And now if you were to do it the other way, which my computer cord is just in the way, be like that. Depending on the trick, I'm not always on top, but when you are on top, you get more of a solid grind and you can stay on top. If you end up being kind of like sideways like this, it could have you tilt down and be a lot more unstable. So you do want to try to be on top more if you can. Not on top like this, your wheels don't go on the ledge, but they can hook literally right against it. And you'll still be grinding, because if you don't know the difference, by the way, between a slide and a grind, which I probably should have explained this earlier, a slide is when you are using your slide block. So that blue piece in the middle right here is my slide block. It's my Brenny hardcore slide block. And when you grind, it's when you're using your trucks, which is this gray portion that I have two of on each skate. That is the grind truck. So you'll be able to tell the difference, because sliding normally has like no sound unless you're on diamond coping, or maybe on like pool coping. And then grinding normally has like a nice metal sound to it. which is, again, whether you do it with your left foot or your right foot, I could try it just for funsies. Let's see. Nope! I am not a left-footed person when it comes to grinds. Let's see if I can do it this way. No. I don't like that. Okay, but anyways, you get the drift. Okay, use whatever feels more comfortable for you. So one-footed are great because you have an extra foot that can kind of hang out there, and if you feel nervous, scared, or whatever, can't commit, you can use that other foot to come down. So let's say, like, oops, I slide off, or I roll on top, or whatever. I was trying to, like, slip, and it didn't really work. Like, oh shoot, your left foot still got you if you don't end up making contact, or even if you, like, oh shoot, your left foot comes down and can help you out there. I'm trying to, like, fake a fall or something that's not really working, but you get it. Now, the next thing I would say to try is a 50-50 grind. And a 50-50 grind are my worst enemies, but they look like this. Whoops. Now, a key tip to 50-50 grinds is making sure that you're looking where you're going. You're not looking, like, straight down necessarily. So you're looking kind of like a bit ahead, and you really want to make sure that this foot is locked in. Because if your right is locked in, your left is going to follow it right afterwards. And if it's not locked in, like even if this one is kind of funky, you're still going to get a good slide going out, or a good grind going out, just because this one is locked in. So, like, if you accidentally go this way, you accidentally do a box, whatever, like, having your dominant foot really get that lock in is so helpful for your non-dominant to follow up after. So that's 50-50. We'll try it. I don't know if it'll work. I realized a step before that is actually a box grind, which looks like this. Which is kind of like a halvesies of a grind and a slide. So we'll do that one first. With that one, again, your dominant foot, get it locked in, the rest will totally come after. And there's a ton of, like, different variations you can do with that too. Woo. We try again. I'm not locking with my first foot. Oh, the other tip I have with grinding too is that you can also literally approach it in line with the actual ledge too. So, like, if you want to hop directly on top of it, which I do this a lot if I have the space, you can literally roll up like this. Or, again, you can roll up a side of it and hop on. It just is dependent on, like, what feels more comfortable for you. So, like, when I want a really long grind, I like to jump up literally here, because then I'm able to get the whole ledge. Phew! It wasn't long, but it was the box grind. A lot of times I feel like I get resistance with that one, but I just need to not be so hard on my front leg, because you can put lots of weight into this one, but because you're sliding on basically this leg, I want this one to have a little bit more weight too, just because the slide is a lot smoother than the grind might be. So giving this one a little bit more weight will kind of, like, use that slide block a bit more. I'm going to do this one a couple more times and I'll check chat. Oh, another thing with slides and grinds in general is you always want to absorb impact and, keep your knees bent. So when you're coming up, right, we're making sure that our knees are straight and our chest is up. We don't want to be like this. We don't want our legs going behind us. We don't want to be pointing our toe. But the other thing is when you're hopping down from a grind or a slide, you want to really bend into it so you're not hurting your knees. And so you're just absorbing impact and getting more of a stable landing. As well with that, obviously, you want to have your dominant foot in front and your non-dominant behind. You don't really want to land like this. You can fall forwards or backwards pretty easily as well. All right, I just want to get kind of a longer one. was like actually long or not. They feel like they're longer than the last one, but I feel like I'm hopping off sooner because the cord is right there. But anyways, those are box dolls. They have another name too, as well in like the blading terms. But you can also do that trick this way as well. So you'd be going like this. Like that. With this one, I was fine because again, you know, your hips, instead of your hips being on the outside this way and on top, sometimes it's a lot harder to have your hips go on top this way, just because it feels more natural to kind of like have them out over this way. At least for me, everyone's bodies are different. So like where, you know, your body points and stuff like that could be totally different, but like, because I have more weight back here a little bit, if I'm going this way, my body kind of wants to go in that way. And then the same when I'm going this way, my body is more on top because it just feels more natural. I've got more going that way. So you just gotta, you know, move your hips where you need the weight and everything. So I'll try it this way for funsies. We'll see if I can get a decent grind. Woo. Now with that one, you could see that, I don't know if you can see, but I was kind of more on the edge. So going like, what would this be? Backside, I guess. I don't know what the correct term is. But again, you just really want to sit more on top. Sounds better. Wasn't so much of a grind, but also with all of these, if you ever want to practice grinds too, you can always just do all the steps that I told you earlier with like sliding, right? Put one foot on top first, and then the other. Find that nice stance, figure out where maybe you want your feet, come back down, and then from there, hop into it, come back down. You never have to straight away just fully send it. I'm just fully sending it because I've done these before. But I do need to practice grinds in general, so. For some reason there's no grind happening on this one. More speed. Yeah, that was better. It's definitely better. All right, one last one and then we'll move on because it is almost 7 and, or wait, it's only 6:30. Cool, well anyways, I wanted to start games like around this time, so one more. Yeah! Also know that like, even if you practice a million times, you might not ever get things on the first try, and that's totally okay. Okay. Definitely psyched for learning more about 50-50 since that's what I've been working up to. And the sidewalk curve. Me and the sidewalk curve know each other very well. I love that. I love that. Okay, so with 50-50s, again, doing one-footed stuff could help you immensely here because with your dominant, this is the one that might make contact first if you're like not fully committing to both going on at the same time. And as long as you have a good lock here, this leg is going to be super weightless. So regardless, it's always going to be easier to do something where your hips are facing it and where you can see versus if you are doing like 50-50s this way and you're turning the opposite way of your hip, it might be a little bit harder. And also you're jumping to a point where your peripheral is not. So that's always just something. So for me, if I were to do 50-50s this way, I would have more of a peripheral and be able to see kind of like my feet and the ledge versus this way where my peripheral is out this way and I'm turning this way. So like this way, I can't really see my back leg as much if I'm looking at it in tune with the ledge. Although this way feels more comfortable, this way I have more to see. So if you're ever like racking your brain or like wondering why the heck you can't get it one way, try it the other way. It might feel a little bit better. But I would always start, again, you start by stepping up, right? So whatever way you're going, step, step. 50-50 for me every time I try to do them. So maybe that's why they're called 50-50. You get a 50 chance of possibly landing it. So from there, again, you can try it on the opposite side. Your right foot would be making contact first. Oops. Bend into it. It's always hard this way for me. There we go. Always hard on that side. Again, I think my weight just wants to go this way. I gotta focus on putting my hips more towards here. All right. Anyways, my hips are this way. It just feels weird. I don't like this way, but now jump into it. So we're gonna be rolling up. You want to jump into it. And also filming yourself, because like I can see the twitch delay right here, so I can see what I'm doing. Your foot might not be perfect, but you might not be able to feel that, which happens a lot for me. Because I'm like, oh, I think I did it, and someone's like, actually, your foot was a little crooked. So filming yourself is really helpful because you can really see what you're doing. That was better. I'm like watching it on the Twitch delay. Okay, it's sweating time. It's sweating time. We'll try it a couple times, and then I'll give y'all a couple more varieties of grinds that you can do just for funsies. I won't do them necessarily, I'll just show them. But let's try to get this 50-50. Hey, yo! First try, actually, it was good. Practicing jumping, like, whether it's on a new ledge or the same ledge, is always super helpful because you can get that, like, timing and jump. Right. Yay! I keep thinking the cord is there, so let's try to get a longer one. Yeah! Yeah! My back foot's not locking in as well as I would like. But again, like, the key to, like, fixing it is just seeing it and remembering how it felt and just, like, slightly adjusting. So for that one, I don't think I was locked in fully, but I mean, there wasn't really a sound on that one, but it seemed to be locked in. So that's great. Okay, last one. Oh, I got stuck on the back. Anyways, 50-50s. We try it this way for fun once. One time only. Okay, so 50-50s box are ones that and one-footed grinds are ones I super encourage you to do. We didn't really talk about slides as much, but again, like, you know, there's so many different things that you can do with slides where you can, you know, bend your feet in, you can bend them out, you can do a one-footed slide, you can do back side, and you can even do those bent or not as well. So there's lots that you can do there. With grinds, a lot of things are like when you move your foot just a little, like that's style points as well as just like different tricks. So even if I were to do a 50, like let's say I did a 50-50, but instead of like, you know, my front feet being like this, you could do it like this. Or I don't know in what way Kayla has her feet, but there's one called the pretty grind where you basically go up like this. That one's difficult. I have tried to try it, and even the trying was very difficult for me. But again, if you feel really confident with one-footed grinds, you can do stuff like this, like this, like this. It's just the way that you're moving your other leg around your dominant foot is what makes the tricks. You can even do ones like this. You can do ones like this. It all also just depends on how freaking flexible you are. I died doing the pretty grind. Yeah, me too. I have actually died. One of my lives I gave to the pretty grind for sure. But there's just so much. So just play around with it. You can even do, I really like doing 5-0 grinds as well, which are just one-footed like this. I'll show an example. Hopefully I can do it well. Completely misses it. That's hilarious. Okay, that wasn't it. My bad. Like this. All right. Like that. Oh my gosh. Why am I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm tired. It's time to play games. I love doing that trick. That way, I also love doing it this way. Feels more comfortable going that way. But that one always makes a really good grind noise. This is the 5-0. Sometimes you can completely miss and your life flashes before your eyes, just like it did to me multiple times just now. Anyways, so there's tons of stuff that you can do. But yeah, do you have any questions? I hope that I helped like a little bit with the 50-50. I don't really have like anything particular. With the 50-50, I would say keeping like, or with like most grinds, if you're trying to slide it out, don't put so much weight in your toes, because if you have toe socks in and you put weight into your toes, you could possibly hit your toes. So more weight in like your heel, like the middle of your skate to the heel. Like your back is gonna be better. I'm normally never on my toes when I'm doing stuff. And even when I do like one-footed grinds and stuff like that, like I feel like I'm utilizing like this section of my skate more than ever my toe. Like I try not to put weight in my toe. But yeah, I hope that, just gave you an intro to, what you can do on the box, how to approach slides and grinds. And as always, if you are ever nervous, you can put, the box up against the wall or have a friend help you. And there's always steps before doing like just the grind or the slide, which is stepping onto it and jumping onto it and then adding speed. So yeah. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change out of these clothes because I'm sweating. I sweated in them. And we're gonna play a little bit of Stardew. I don't have a fancy setup or anything though, so unfortunately what I will be doing is I will be basically ending the stream and restarting a new stream on my computer. So you will have to refresh the page, and I'll totally tell you when to refresh and stuff like that. But it should be pretty like one right after the other, so I won't tell you to like refresh until I'm like ready to end the stream basically. So yeah, thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Let me know what you're doing this weekend. I would love to chat about non-skate related things while I take my gear off and clean up the area. But I hope this helped a little. If you have any questions, seriously ask them now. Again, different body types, weight, and how you do things are always going to be a little bit different. If you find that you are not staying onto the ledge enough, bend your knees, put more weight onto the ledge, and also be more on top of it instead of to the side. Speed is also always helpful. If you find that maybe you're stopping because you're putting too much weight down, then you can also unbend and you can stand a little straighter and try to like ease up the weight you're putting down on the ledge, and that can also help. So it really just depends on like your body, what you're doing, the type of trick, stuff like that. But I just wanted to give you like the intro kind of basics, and I really want to do a Twitch stream where I just have like, either I'm at the skate park or I just have like a bunch of obstacles, and people can just ask me questions like, how do you do this? Or I'm having I'm having a hard time doing this. Can you help me? And I basically just like pick a bunch of things and, you know, like help people out. So yeah, I think that'd be really fun. Maybe that'll be the next Twitch stream. Maybe what I can do is like have people put in comments or like in a box or something, just questions they have in general, and then yeah, I can like give a tutorial and like help and stuff. Yay, you're welcome. Savannah! How's it going? It's good to see you. Yeah, I'm also excited for Stardew Valley. I just have to figure out how to get my phone to connect to my computer. Because if I am able to do that, then I don't have to like restart streams and stuff. But because I have to switch to like my computer camera and I don't have my phone camera hooked up to the computer, it's hard to switch over, which is a bummer. But we'll get there. I just realized I've only been streaming for like 8 months. Like it hasn't even been a year yet. Even though it has felt like it was or has been a year. So we'll have to do something super fun for my stream anniversary. But Savannah, how are you doing tonight? Brianna, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. So funny, last time I was streaming, my computer crashed while I was playing Stardew Valley. I don't know why it crashed. I don't know. And we were trying to get this cutscene with Abigail, and that same day we hadn't like saved the game or anything yet. So I had to restart stream and do the cutscene again, and it was hilarious. I mean, everything's saved and stuff like that, like on stream, but it was just hilarious because it was like, okay, I'm not excited for this cutscene anymore, skip. It's pretty funny. I'm doing so good, thanks for asking. I'm excited to play Stardew. I'm stoked that I got to do a little bit of skating on stream today, and yeah, I'm just excited to wind down. I'm excited to bring Boo back out of his cage. I did give him more treats. I gave him like another little puzzle treat though, so I'm sure that he doesn't mind, but I have to work a little bit tonight. Thankfully not like 8-hour shifts or anything, but I normally will kennel him more at night just because he is not trusted to be alone in my room yet, but he's already sleeping at that point, so he just goes to bed basically. But I don't like kenneling him more than that, so I feel bad that he's up there right now. But we'll release him when we start the stream upstairs. I know Boo does need more screen time, right? Oh gosh, I hate seeing the sweaty footprints after a nice skate. Okay, what we shall do is I'm gonna bring you along with me right now. Let's flip the camera. Hi! We're gonna walk upstairs and I will refresh the stream on my computer. And then I'll come down here, clean real quick, and then we will start Stardew. Maybe I'll put the camera on Boo so Boo can entertain you. Anyways, this is the garage. Now we walk upstairs. You can kind of see little bits and pieces of the house. Here is the background you all know and love. The other reason why I want to get my camera or my phone camera to be on my computer is because it's such better quality than my computer camera, which is, you know, like all computer cameras aren't gonna be 4K quality, but and I'm even thankful that my computer does have a camera, but it would just make things so much easier. And I was trying to figure out OBS the other day, and it was not happening. All right. We're going to switch over the stream info right now. Alrighty. So we're gonna play Stardew. OBS is confusing, and it's so frustrating. I feel like it shouldn't be as confusing. Like, I love using Twitch Studio because of the fact that, like, it's just easy to use, and it'd be so cool if there was a way where you could pair cameras to Twitch Studio, which, like, I've heard that you can, but, like, every time I try to plug my phone in, it, like, doesn't connect. Like, what I read on the internet was that you can, like, just plug your phone in using, like, a USB cord to your computer, and it should just, like, connect, but, you know, that's a day for another time. Okay, so stream is going, refresh your stream, literally now. I am literally going to, oh wait, I need to pull Twitch Studio up. Haha, my bad, 1 second. Almost there. I'll also leave you on the Stardew Valley screen so you can get some nice music from Stardew Valley. Or I could just play Stardew Valley Lo-Fi, actually, which is even better. All right. Let's see here. It's so loud. Okay, refresh your stream, or refresh stream right now. And I just need to clean up real quickly downstairs, and we will be playing some Stardew Valley. So hang out here in a second. I have to bring the studio light back up too, as well. So, you know, give me a second for everything to look good. But let me actually... You just get to hear Stardew Valley for a second while I figure something out. Okay. Alright, I will see you in a second.